Hey guys, and welcome to day 130 of my Verse of the Day series. Today's verse of the day will be 1 John chapter 3, verse 16. It says, "By this we know love, that he laid down his life for us, that we ought to lay down our lives for the brothers." And what I get from this verse is with Jesus' sacrifice and with what he did on the cross for us, it sets the example of how Christians should behave. We should be willing to sacrifice ourselves in loving ways for those around us, for our brothers, our sisters, for all these things. We should be willing to lay down our lives to help save others. That is what Jesus did. He laid down his life so that the whole world would have the opportunity to be saved. It's not saying, I'm doing it for nothing. My sacrifice has meaning, has power. I'm sacrificing myself for something greater than myself. That is what Jesus is doing here, because again, Jesus lived the perfect life. He didn't need to sacrifice for himself. He didn't need to do anything for himself. His path was already set. But every single one of us, our paths were all cut off. We all cut ourselves off with the sins that we have committed, with the sins that we have done throughout our lives. But Jesus chose to build the bridges by taking away his. He didn't build new bridges. He took his bridge and put it on every single one of our lives, so we have the opportunity to cross and go to heaven with him. That is the sacrifice that Jesus made. That is what he sets the example of for us. To love others, to be there for others, to sacrifice for others, and to bring the word to others, to sacrifice how we may be seen, how our personal view, like others' personal views of us are, to spread the word, to spread the good news, to give people the same opportunity that God gave us, and that's to go to heaven with him. That is the sacrifice that Jesus does here, but it's also the sacrifice that he shows that we also can do, because he does this in human form. He doesn't do it in, an angelic form. He does it in human flesh, in human form. It shows us that we too can do these things. We too can sacrifice for others. So as you go through your weekend, as you go through this Easter, just think about where am I holding myself up where I could be sacrificing to help others? Because there are always opportunities for us to do that. Just keep your eyes out, keep your heart open, let God lead you, let God guide you. I hope you guys got something from today, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.